What's up, guys?
What's going on?
It's us.
It's us
We're
again.
back again. We're here again all the time. It's us all the time. Alex and Hoodrat. That's just the way we do it.
Yep. Well, we
Check
are.
it out. We got a review for you. It's not a juice review.
Nope.
It's a device review.
Finally.
It's going to be about this Blazer Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Blazer Pro. And this thing's awesome, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This thing is really nice.
This thing is an amazing tank.
Really good tank. So, but all right, all right. So, in my opinion, it's got like just a couple little cons, just little bitty nitpicky cons, in my opinion.
Okay.
But other than that, this thing is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beast of a tank,
Absolute beast.
especially with that new Blazer Pro coil.
Yeah.
That Blazer Pro coil steals the show,
Yeah.
man.
That is the hero of this whole thing.
I mean that the flavor off of that is just amazing.
It's incredible.
Really good.
Yeah.
Let's see, this is Alex's device,
Yes, it is.
and he got this about about 2 months ago, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. 2 months ago.
What'd you pay for it, Alex?
I paid $38 on that off of Vape NW.
$38. That's not that bad in my opinion.
No.
In my opinion, for the type of tank this is, oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is what you call a big boy tank.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
a super sub-ohm tank.
Yeah. This thing is massive. First.
It is. It's 28 millimeter.
It's huge.
28 millimeter. And on this Chaos, it's got a little bit of overhang on the edge right there, as you can see.
Just a little smidge.
But on the edges here, on the sides, nothing. But just right here, you got a smidge of overhang, just a smidge.
Tiniest little bit.
Which brings me, just showing that out, which this will bring me to one of my cons that I have. And you're not going to be able to see on the camera too well, I don't think, but almost every device that I've put this thing on, you've got a bit of a gap in between the mod and the tank.
Yep.
It's just a tiny little gap, but in my opinion, I don't like it.
Yeah, a lot of people like to have their tanks and their RDAs and everything just sit flush on top of their mods, and I totally get that. It's really nice and it's aesthetically pleasing to see that, but yeah, this one unfortunately will have a slight gap on most of your devices.
But overall, it's a beast of a tank. That's the point of this whole thing. We're going to get into all the cons and stuff, but overall, this is a damn nice tank.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
Absolutely.
And I think, all right, well, I will say, all right, the top fill, nifty.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's
The
nice.
top fill is really cool. It's
It's
probably the best top fill I've ever done.
Like he said, I've been running this thing for about a month, or more about 2 months. I've been running this for about 2 months, and I've never had this thing come open in my pocket. I've never had it come open accidentally.
Yeah, once it clicks in,
Yeah,
man,
that's
it's
it. So I mean,
locked.
you just slide it over, pop it up.
That's
There's
it.
the feed holes. That's it.
That's it.
And then lock it right back into place, and that ain't going
And
nowhere.
It's just like a half a turn. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, not even. It's like quick little quarter turn, just that much.
That's it.
That's all. But the coils in this thing in the Blazer Pro are incredible. They're crazy looking. They're absolutely massive, and it has bukus of feed slots, juice feed slots.
Yeah, there's
for
6
it.
total feed slots on that
So-
Blazer Pro coil.
so-
And we'll show you the coil and everything more in depth in just a few minutes. But I want to talk about this thing for a minute. I want to talk about my pros and my cons before I jump into it. All right, so I named off my one con. I mean, all right. So I can't really say that with this thing being 28 millimeter.
Yeah.
With it being that big, it's gonna have overhang on just about every device.
Yeah.
So I can't really just classify that as a con. In
Yeah,
my
you
opinion.
if you don't want overhang, and overhang's a big issue with you, you're gonna need a big old device.
Yeah.
to
So
put this on.
so in that case, this is probably not for you. If overhang is that big of a deal for you.
If you're looking for a stealth vape,
No.
yeah, nowhere.
No.
Yeah, don't even come close to this thing.
Opinion. But the fact that there's a gap in between the devices, that is a con to me. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
And my only other con that I do have, well, we'll say this O-ring,
It's a little loose. Little loose. It's still got restriction, and it probably won't move around your pocket. I haven't had it personally.
It's
in my
not
pocket.
as bad as the Dragon Ball.
No,
nowhere near as bad as the Dragon
Ball. Was
But I can still
free
move this
roam.
thing with one finger. You know, and I don't feel like you should be able to do that. Maybe just a little tighter. So that's a subjective con to me. And the only other con that I have with this thing And this is on all scents tanks.
Yeah, it's always.
I don't like that it is a copper 510 right there, or brass or whatever that is, copper or brass. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I wish they would go to the norm.
Yeah, stainless or gold or
gold plated.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that's my only cons.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only con about
Right.
this thing. It comes in a lot of colors.
Mm-hmm.
You got blue, red, silver, black.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the coil in this thing that makes it.
Yeah.
This Blazer Pro coil is freaking awesome.
Yeah, this is definitely a testament to, it's what's on the inside that counts. And believe me, this thing packs a punch.
It does. We're running at 80 watts right now.
Yep.
And it can do more.
Totally.
But we don't need it to.
No,
This thing, I mean, shit.
Flavor's great. Vapor production is massive.
This is it wide open. Now it's like a 1.5 second, 2 second draw.
Mm-hmm.
We'll close it off halfway.
And the airflow on that thing, even wide open, is smooth as can be.
Now that's halfway open. I mean, so the production is there, but
Definitely.
overall, it's the flavor that we're trying to get to about this coil.
Yeah.
The flavor off of this coil is crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy good for a sub-ohm tank. It's ridiculous.
Hands down the best tasting sub-ohm tank I have ever had.
I
Hands
disagree.
down.
I disagree. And because you know how the Crown 3 right now for me in terms of sub-ohm tanks is top dog right now. But that's another review for another time. But this is still, I mean, it's at least top. I mean, it's probably number 2.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's at least in top 3.
Wow, man, that coil is just amazing. And so, all right, so we pussyfooted around enough talking about how much we love this thing. You know, I've already told you my couple of cons. Do you have any cons for it, Alex?
The only con that I really have for it, I only have ever had one leaking issue with it for it. I believe it's probably just because I overprimed the coil initially. But if you do overprime this coil, it's not just going to be a nice quick little leak. It leaked out a lot of juice from the airflow holes. So if you overfill this thing, it is going to, you're going to pay for it. It's going to make sure you know to not do it again. Other than that, no, not really. I really like the drip tip, the way it's kind of like that volcano shape, that kind of curve. I like that. It feels comfortable to me.
Is it 510 or 810?
I believe it's 810.
It's 810. All right. Well, I will say if it's 8. Well, okay, yeah, it is 810 because it comes with a 510 drip tip adapter, which we will show in the close-up very soon. This is our first close-up, so sorry if it's terrible, but hey, we're progressing.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's the point. So really, overall, I will say, I mean, the drip tip is comfortable, but I mean, I can't really just classify it as a con, but I don't, me personally, I don't like it. I would, I'd try to replace it with another 810.
Okay.
Because I don't really like the 510 adapters because it always gives them an extra bulge.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm just like, I'm glad that they throw those in there for the people that do want those. Me personally, I don't care for them. I'd like to put an Ultim 810 in there. Or something like
If I could get a hold of an Ultim, that'd be great. But just the tip that it comes with, for me personally, it's never gotten hot. It's nice and cool, and it's got a nice mouth.
Yeah, it's a good drip tip.
Yeah.
It's a good drip tip. Me personally, I would just like to change it out.
Right. Fair enough.
And that's just personal opinion. That's just something I would like to do. But that's it. That's all we really are going to say about it right now, because we're going to jump up close and show you everything that comes in the package, and we're going to show you this Blazer Pro coil.
Yep.
So we'll be right back.
Yep.
All right, guys. This is the close-up of the Blazer Pro. Not really too much to the packaging. So this is your Blazer Pro. Okay, and inside your packaging, you're going to get a 510 drip tip adapter. And then you're going to get a spare glass for your Blazer 200 coils. This will not accommodate the Blazer Pro coil.
No, it will not.
And then you're going to get yourself some extra seals and an extra fill gasket there. Then it's going to come with a Blazer 200 coil, which is, you should know if you've had the Blazer 200. Very good coil in my opinion.
Yep.
Decent coil.
Decent coil, runs at a high wattage. You got the
60 to 200 watts right there.
You got the 3 vertical coils.
It's a good coil.
And then the star of the show, everybody, is the Blazer Pro coil.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see down in there, you got 2 vertical and 2 horizontal coils. What is it? Which one's up and down?
The verticals are the ones that are in the ceramic.
Okay, yeah.
Down at the bottom.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yep.
Is that they are? Its coil is wrapped with cotton, organic cotton, encased with ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there enhances your flavor enough as it is. But also with these horizontal coils there, gives you extra awesome flavor. So I mean, this coil is amazing, and there's not really just. Words can't really describe how awesome this coil really is.
Yeah, this is a whole new step up in the sub-ohm tank world, right here.
But it definitely this is for your your high wattages. This is not a baby coil, man.
No.
60 to 150 watts, 0.3 ohms.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice coil.
Yes.
Give me that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was up close and personal of everything that comes in the package and that Blazer Pro coil.
Yep.
And as y'all saw, man, that thing is crazy. I mean, it's a damn good coil.
Yeah,
it really is. Just take our word for
incredible.
it. I mean, it is incredible friggin' coil.
Yeah. If you're looking for flavor and you don't mind the size and everything, I would definitely go out and try this tank out because it is, for me, it is my best tasting sub-ohm tank. I think it's the best tasting sub-ohm tank I've tried. Now, the Crown 3 still has impeccable and amazing flavor, but I've used this a whole lot more than the Crown 3, and he's used the Crown 3 a whole lot more than the Blazer Pro.
Where is that Crown 3, man?
Right here.
But yeah, we're going to leave the Crown 3 for another day, but damn good sub-ohm tank. All you need to know about that. So, yeah, that is the Blazer Pro, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This thing is a damn good tank. If you can get past the overhang on just about every device, the little gap in between most devices, and it's a little bit teeny tiny, and it's a little bitty thing. You got to be looking for it.
Yeah, you really got to want to see it.
He didn't notice it until I pointed it out.
Yeah, I really didn't.
And if you can really get past those two things, you're gonna love this tank.
Absolutely.
You're gonna love it. It's a damn good tank.
Absolutely. That tank has definitely been the best, one of the best I've ever tried on sub-ohm tanks. I've only had just the one leaking issue where I overprimed the coil. Other than that, this thing is sealed tight. I've had no other leaking issues out of this at all.
But I know we didn't mention this before, and I can't remember if we mentioned this or not in the close-up. But this tank is compatible with the Blazer 200 coils.
You do need the...
But you got to swap out the glass.
Yes. You have to change the glass.
You have to swap out your glass, which they give you, which I know we showed in the...
Yeah.
So. But and to me, that is a pro.
Absolutely. I mean, if you enjoy the 200 coils more, then you can still use them. They're still there.
To me, I feel like it's more of a convenience thing because like it's easier. I'm sure you can attest to this. It's easier to find the Blazer 200 coils out and about than it is to find the Blazer Pro coils.
Yeah, I've had a very hard time going to a lot of my local B&Ms and them having anything for this tank. A lot of places just aren't carrying it for some reason. I don't know why particularly.
They should. They should. I'm sorry. This tank should be out and about everywhere in brick and mortar stores.
Absolutely.
This is a damn good sub-ohm tank.
And with a lot of these mods, especially like some of them that are coming out that are getting bigger and everything else, the overhang issue really shouldn't be that much of a problem anymore. You should be able to find a mod that will accommodate this tank.
It looks horrible on the G Priv. It does. And it's actually got even a little bit of a bigger gap than it does on the Chaos there.
Yep.
But I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Because the flavor off of that Blazer Pro coil is freaking phenomenal.
It's so good.
It is phenomenal. And I mean, that's really all I got to say about that. To me, I could care less about how bad it looked on a device. I think that Blazer Pro coil is freaking awesome. Now, I will say this. If they could shrink it down and make it smaller a little bit, that'd be even better.
Right.
If you can make it like a 25, 26 millimeter device, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. And I mean, like I said, I carried this around. This went to work with me. This went everywhere, with me for, a couple months. And it never really was that much of an issue in my pocket. I never had any issues with it, maybe
It's
being
heavy.
too heavy. It is heavy, so if you do have a more narrow style device and you're worried about it becoming top heavy, it could be an issue. That could potentially be an issue.
Yeah.
But hasn't been an issue for me. I've never had this thing, I can sit down on a table and I know that it's not going to go anywhere. Just because, this device I have is so wide. But, overall, amazing flavor, great vapor production, no dry hits. I've had 0 dry hits out of this thing at all. It's got a very minimal, very small break-in time. I think we took maybe 5 or 6 puffs off of it and then ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little bit of that break-in taste. Just
Did like
5 or 6 puffs.
Did like 2 puffs at 60 watts, 2 puffs at 65, 2
Mhm.
puffs at 70, and then just we bumped it up to 80, 85, and there we are.
Yep, and we're ready to go. So, but this has been an incredible tank. I definitely would suggest going out and getting this. Definitely try it out. This right here would be a pretty good alternative, in my opinion, to building if you are just, you don't want to build. This would probably be one of your better ways to get more of a build flavor.
That's pretty close.
Is it as good? Definitely not.
No.
You can't be, if you're going to build and you're going to do your RDAs and your RTAs, that's obviously going to have much better flavor than any sub-ohm tank ever will have. But this is pretty damn close.
But that is a damn good coil.
This is a damn good tank. It comes with the incredible coils. Even the 200 coils are good. I didn't really have a whole lot against it. It was more of, when I tried this thing, the first coil I used was the Blazer coil,
The Pro coil?
Yeah, the Pro coil, and then after the Pro coil, the 200 was just kind of meh.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, it's just kind of like meh. It's almost your standard sub-ohm tank, But this right here, this elevates it, just a bit. It makes it just a little bit better and a little bit better. Cloud production I think is better on this, and
cloud production is really good.
Cloud production is really
Very
good, and the flavor is just, it blew my mind the first time I tried it. It absolutely blew my mind how great the flavor was.
Oh, I knew it was going to be good. It was just a question of how good was it going to be, and to me, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. All right, guys, so that's it.
Yep.
That's all we got to say about this wonderful thing. I mean, it is a wonderful damn device. If you get a chance to pick it up, in our opinion, you should do it.
Absolutely.
You should do it. If you can get past the big ass overhang and the gap in between it, really, this is for everybody in terms of flavor.
Absolutely.
In terms of flavor, freaking awesome. It really
Convenience,
is.
just the convenience of a sub-ohm tank with an amazing flavor and great cloud production. I mean, so if you want that and you've got a device to fit it, man, absolutely go out and get it.
So, Alex, what would you give this, man?
I would give this tank a 9 out of 5, or a 9 out of 5.
9 out of 5. What's good?
I would give this tank a 9 out of 10. Everything about it has been great. The only reason it's getting a 9 instead of a 10 is just because I feel like that they can improve it. I feel like that there's more that they can do. I feel like that they can surprise us. They can even, like you said, they can shrink it down, make it a little more compact. And so that way you don't have to have this big old 28 millimeter.
Now here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. People are going to be like, well, they do got smaller Blazer tanks. They do.
But they don't run the Blazer Pro.
They don't run that Blazer Pro coil. That's the gist of it.
That's what we want.
That's what we want.
We want smaller devices to run the Blazer Pro coil, because that Pro coil is the star of the show.
Exactly.
So
that's the kicker. It's the Blazer Pro coil.
Absolutely.
But so in my opinion, I'd have to give it an 8.
8.
I'd give it a solid 8, 8.5. On to 9.
Yeah.
Because it's got for me, it's I don't mind the overhang because of how big the beast is. It's a big ass tank.
Right.
So I know most every device is gonna have overhang.
Yeah.
So I can't knock it for that one. But for me, that gap,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that gap.
And like he said earlier, I didn't even notice it until he pointed it out to me. So that wasn't even an issue.
And that's me, going over it with a fine tooth comb,
Yeah,
being picky as hell. Like I'm looking for every damn thing. And I don't like that gap because it's on almost every device, like for real.
Yeah.
And some devices it's more, some devices it's less, but overall there's still a gap on almost every device, and I don't like that.
So if you got some Depot 510 threads, then don't even worry about it. It'll probably work. But
yeah. And then also I don't like that. Was it brass or copper?
Yeah,
510?
brass, copper.
I don't like that either. I wish it was gold plated.
That's sense for you. That's
Yeah,
almost every sense.
Every
tank.
sense tank. That's the way it's been. And I'm not saying it doesn't work or anything like
Yeah,
that.
no, it works fine.
I just prefer.
Yeah.
gold plated.
Yeah, I've never had any of this thing misfire or have it, not fire on me. Every time I hit it, it's there. It's right there. So, but yeah, I give it a 9. He gives it an 8. I think that this is a phenomenal tank, and if you do get a chance to go out and get it, go out and get it.
Yeah. I will say there's one other thing. By the way, if you're listening, green.
Green always looks good.
I want to see green.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see green everywhere, but that's, me. I'm just a green kind of guy.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap this up, y'all.
Yep.
That's going to wrap this video up. He gives it a 9. I give it an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Damn good tank because of those Blazer Pro coils.
Absolutely. Those coils are incredible.
Yep. Phenomenal.
So.
Phenomenal. But we're going to get out of here. So we'll catch y'all on the flippity flop.
Yep.